The billion-dollar lie, how Bernie Madoff pulled off the greatest Ponzi scheme in history. Imagine a world where trust is a currency, and one man cashed in on it to the tune of billions. This is the story of Bernie Madoff, a Wall Street titan who orchestrated the largest Ponzi scheme in history, leaving a trail of shattered lives and a financial system forever scarred. Welcome to Crime Code Red. Bernie Madoff's name is now synonymous with financial fraud. His scheme stands as the largest in history, a testament to the devastating power of deceit. The estimated loss from Madoff's Ponzi scheme reached a staggering $64.8 billion. This wasn't just numbers on a screen, it represented real people's hopes and dreams, wiped out in an instant. The man behind this colossal fraud was Bernard "Bernie" Madoff. He was once a respected figure on Wall Street, even serving as the chairman of NASDAQ. Madoff's reputation made his scheme all the more believable. He was seen as an insider, a trusted member of the financial elite. At its core, Madoff's operation was a classic Ponzi scheme. It was a simple yet devastating fraud built on lies and unsustainable promises. The foundation of Madoff's scheme was deceptively simple, paying old investors with money from new investors. There was no real investment, no legitimate profit generation. Madoff's firm didn't actually engage in significant trading activities. The returns he reported were entirely fabricated, a mirage designed to lure in more victims. He cultivated an aura of exclusivity around his investment firm. This created a sense of prestige and urgency, making it even more attractive to potential clients. Madoff specifically targeted wealthy individuals, celebrities, charities, pension funds, and institutions. These were the people with the resources to invest large sums of money. A key element of his scheme was the promise of consistently high, unsustainable returns. This was the bait that lured investors in, blinding them to the inherent risks. Madoff's success hinged on the simplicity and consistency of his reported returns. Investors were drawn to the steady, predictable profits he claimed to generate. Even during market downturns, Madoff's returns remained consistent. This raised suspicions among some professionals, but it also reinforced the illusion of his investment prowess. Despite the potential red flags, the appeal of Madoff's scheme was irresistible to many. The promise of easy money clouded their judgment and led them to ignore their instincts. To maintain the illusion, Madoff created elaborate fake trading records. These records were designed to fool auditors and investors alike. Madoff meticulously managed the flow of funds to keep the scheme afloat. He carefully controlled who got paid and when, ensuring the illusion of profitability. He relied on a small, trusted inner circle who were complicit in the fraud. These individuals helped him maintain the secrecy and carry out the day-to-day operations of the scheme. The vast majority of Madoff's employees were kept in the dark about the true nature of his business. They believed they were working for a legitimate investment firm. Madoff's scheme ran for decades, undetected by regulators and investors alike. This longevity allowed him to amass an enormous fortune and inflict widespread damage. Secrecy was paramount to Madoff's success. He maintained a high level of secrecy around his investment strategies, refusing to disclose details to anyone outside his inner circle. The global financial crisis of 2008 proved to be the undoing of Madoff's scheme. The crisis triggered a wave of investor panic and increased redemption requests. As investors sought to withdraw their funds, Madoff found himself unable to meet the demands. The house of cards he had built was finally collapsing. In a desperate attempt to keep the scheme afloat, Madoff confessed the fraud to his sons. This was the beginning of the end. His sons, horrified by their father's actions, reported him to the authorities. This act of betrayal ultimately led to Madoff's arrest and the exposure of his crimes. The collapse of Madoff's scheme had devastating consequences for individuals, charities, and institutions. Many people lost their life savings, their retirement funds, and their sense of security. Numerous charities were forced to shut down due to the losses they sustained. Their ability to provide vital services to the community was severely compromised. Institutions also suffered significant financial losses. These losses shook confidence in the financial system and raised questions about risk management. The scandal eroded trust in the financial system as a whole. Investors became more wary of Wall Street and less willing to take risks. The Madoff scandal raised serious questions about regulatory oversight and due diligence. It highlighted the need for stronger regulations and more vigilant monitoring of financial institutions. Madoff was arrested and charged with fraud, money laundering, and perjury. The charges reflected the scope and severity of his crimes. In 2009, Madoff pleaded guilty to all charges. He admitted to orchestrating the largest Ponzi scheme in history. He was sentenced to 150 years in prison, effectively a life sentence. This sentence sent a message that financial crimes would be punished severely. The effects of the Madoff scandal are still felt today. Victims continue to struggle to recover their losses, and the financial system remains scarred by the experience. The Madoff scandal serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of greed, the importance of critical thinking, and the need for strong financial regulations. It reminds us that even the most respected figures can be capable of deception. The story of Bernie Madoff is a stark reminder that even in the complex world of finance, the simplest scams can be the most devastating. His legacy is one of broken trust and shattered lives, a testament to the enduring power of greed and the importance of vigilance. If you found this investigation into the Madoff scandal insightful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the world of true crime and financial mysteries. Share this video with your friends and family to help spread awareness about the dangers of financial fraud. Leave a comment below with your thoughts on the Madoff case and what lessons you think we can learn from it. Your engagement helps us create more content like this.